Wow. Well, look at that. Hey everyone, it's Kenji. Today I'm going to be cooking eggs with my espresso machine. So this is a technique that I saw first in a small town called Salamina, which is in the Caldas region of Colombia. There's this restaurant, cafe called Cafe El Polo, and they make this thing called huevos al vapor, so steamed eggs, and they use an espresso machine to do it. So I've heard that the restaurant Buvette in New York also does their eggs this way. I haven't really seen it anywhere else though, but what I'm doing is I'm going to put a couple of eggs at the bottom of a cup, stick a little butter in there, a little pinch of salt. This is how they do it in Salamina at Cafe El Polo. I'm going to try, we're going to do a little bit of experimenting and try it a couple other ways as well. Mix it up very slightly. I think at Cafe El Polo, they actually don't mix it up at all. The guy's just really good at stirring it with the espresso wand. But anyhow, so I got it in there. I got my espresso wand. My espresso machine is preheated. Good to go. So I'm going to get the wand in there. And then basically just going to shake up those eggs. Incorporate just a little bit of air in there. And as they cook, at some point they're going to set. As soon as they hit about 160 to 170 degrees, they should start to set. There we go. I think we're set. Oh, let's give it a tiny little bit. There we go. All right, and so you can see they get this like almost custardy texture. Let me give it a taste. So what I find sort of remarkable about these eggs is that they are, they're pretty hard scrambled, so you wouldn't confuse this for like a real soft scrambled egg, but well, because they're steamed, you're adding some moisture to them from in the form of steam. You're adding some steam to there. You're also sort of aerating them, and so they end up with this texture that is simultaneously. Here, let me get it out into a plate and show you. You end up with this texture that's simultaneously fully set, but also really sort of custardy and creamy. It's a really unique texture that you don't get. You don't get from a pan. You can't get it from a pan that I know of. Really good in breakfast sandwiches, by the way. Delicious. All right, so some people say, it's bad for your espresso machine. To be honest, I've done this a bunch. I've never had an issue cleaning my espresso wand any more than I would cleaning the milk proteins off an espresso wand. Protein is kind of protein, and it'll stick there. You don't have to worry. Obviously, you don't have to worry about the egg actually getting up inside there, as long as you have the steam on. You have this outward pressure, so the egg is not going to travel up inside the wand. You can purge it if you like, just to make sure. But the chances are your wand is going to be just fine. Maybe at most you might void the warranty on your espresso machine if you post a video of yourself doing this on YouTube and they see it, and then you complain that you broke it. But all right, I'm going to try making a couple of variations here. I wanted to try some experiments. So first of all, you can at this restaurant at Cafe El Polo, what you can do is you can ask for for mix-ins. So sausage is a very common one. This is Japanese arabiki sausage. There, obviously, you would have a different style of Colombian sausage. But we'll do same thing: some sausage, butter, a couple eggs in there. Let me see what happens actually if I just don't mix it up at all with a fork. We'll see what we get. Oops. Little pinch of salt. This salt cellar, by the way, also came from Colombia. All right. All right, we're almost there. There you go. Once it starts kind of bubbling like that, we're good. Long clean. if you go to this Cafe El Polo, by the way, in Salamina, a town Colombia is a lovely place to visit, especially if you get out of the big cities. So if you get into these small towns, you get a real feel for the country. But if you go to this town, and go to Cafe El Polo, every video I've seen anybody take in here is the same guy making this. I think he's an older gentleman. I think he's been making it for years and years. All right, so let's see what we got when we get our sausage in there. Also delicious. I mean, why wouldn't it be, I guess? All right. The final thing I want to test out here. So the last time I posted a little short video of myself doing this on social media, on Instagram, and folks mentioned that it looks like a Chawanmushi, like a Japanese egg custard. It's actually real different from Chawanmushi because Chawanmushi has a real high ratio of water, dashi stock to egg, so it's probably about 5 to 1. So it's a really, really loosely set custard. And Chawanmushi you'd steam in like a bamboo steamer or some kind of steaming setup. So Chawanmushi is much more of a smooth custardy texture, whereas this is this kind of light frothy texture. However, it did make me think that it probably would taste great if we made it sort of in the style of a Chawanmushi. So I've got these mushrooms, maitake and beach mushrooms, shimeji mushrooms that I sauteed in a little bit of butter earlier. We add a little bit more butter here. I'm gonna add a couple eggs. And then I made a real small batch of dashi, so shaved bonito flakes, kombu seaweed, and some hot water straight out of the steam wand that I put in there about 15 minutes ago. And so we'll add, I don't know, a few tablespoons of that. I've never done this before. We'll see how it comes out. Let me do a little salt, maybe a little chives also. But I think a custard like this would probably be really great with, well, we'll see how it is with mushrooms. I think it'd be really good with like something like crab. But, all right, let's try it out. You see, I mean, the transformation. Well, I don't know how it'll happen once I have the stock in there, but the transformation with the other types of eggs happens almost, instantly when it suddenly goes from being completely liquid to really being nice and set. Oh, there we go. I think we hit it. That's the point. All right, let's see how that ends up tasting. See, nice and clean, no problem. All right, let me, it looks good. The texture is nice and loose. Oh yeah, that tastes real good. Wait a minute, let me also put this out on the plate so you can see what the, yeah, nice and custardy, huh? All right, well, I'd say successful experiment. Experiment. Oh, other than breaking my Colombian salt cellar, it's okay. I got another one. All right. Yeah. All right. I would recommend doing this and voiding the warranty on your espresso machine in the process. It's fast. It's easy. If you're going to be making espresso in the morning anyway, this is a real easy way to get 2 meals out of it. I feel like, especially with the Chawanmushi style, I made the dashi straight out of the hot water wand on the machine. I steamed it all in the cup. It takes about, I don't know, less than 30 seconds, I think. Yeah. What the hell? This is good. All right, guys, gals, non-binary pals, espresso machine eggs.